Thank you for joining us. Welcome to our kitchen, and this is the Half Pint Soup. Today we are making one of my all-time favorite things to eat, and that is French onion soup. It is going to be so good. Are you ready? 2 tablespoons of butter on medium-low heat, and we're going to kind of stir that around till it melts a little, and then we'll add our onions. Okay, so we have 6, count them, 6 sweet onions that we've cut up. And you'll notice that we cut them with the grain. We didn't cut it like you would normally cut an onion to make like the rings. We cut it with the grain so that they don't completely disintegrate during the cooking process. So that is 6 sweet onions. Put those in the pot. Okay, so I'm gonna put some salt on it. I know. Put some salt on it.
But you add some more.
We're gonna do some coarse kosher salt. And we're going to cover it. And you do not want the onions to burn or turn brown or get crispy. You really want them to sweat until that's good.
Why don't you do all of it?
Here. You just want them to sweat down completely. I know that looks like a ton of onions, but trust me, they wilt down to really not that much. Mix it in. So put it on there. Cover it with salt, put the lid on. We're gonna let that sweat for maybe 20 minutes, then we're gonna add some spices and then let it cook for a really long time. Okay, so those have been sweating for about 10-15 minutes, so we're gonna add 2 bay leaves, just throw them in there. Okay, we are using garlic and wine seasoning from the melting pot. You can just use straight up garlic powder. Just put a couple shakes of that in there. If you don't have, most people don't have garlic and wine seasoning from the melting pot, but garlic powder. Okay, that's good. Now, we're gonna add a little bit of thyme.
What means thyme?
That's an herb. Put that in there.
Thyme.
And then I will put a little bit of freshly ground black pepper in there.
But Mama needs to do.
We're gonna put the lid back on it. And we're going to continue to let that sweat down for about an hour and get really caramelized. And the smell in here is so amazing. Okay, so our onions have been cooking down. Onions have been cooking down for a little over an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, so we're going to add a 1/2 cup of red wine, which we didn't have, but we have Marsala wine, which works just as well. So pour that in.
I do it real easy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We cook that for about 5 minutes, and then we'll add the next stuff. Okay, so now we let the alcohol cook out of that for a few minutes. We're gonna do 1/2 and 1/2, 2 cups of chicken broth and 2 cups of beef broth.
Why can we do it all? You don't want to do too much?
Ready? You want me to help?
No, I want
Okay.
to do that.
Okay. 2 cups chicken broth. Go.
And now I can do it. I can do it.
You can do it? Okay. Please don't spill. Excellent job. Okay, then we were going to leave that uncovered. Get your spoon and stir that in. We're going to leave that uncovered, and we're going to cook that for about 10 more minutes to let the flavors really infuse together, and then we will finish it up with our cheese and our bread. Okay. So we have our French onion soup in our little oven-safe crock. We're gonna put about an inch thick slice of bread on top. Put that on top of the soup. You want to use a dense bread like French bread or Italian bread. If you want it, that way it doesn't get soggy. That's why you want it to be dense.
Cheese.
Yes. If you want it to be, I like for it to get a little bit soggy. I don't want it to disintegrate. If you want it to hold up even longer, you can toast that bread before you put it in there. So then we're going to top it with sliced Gruyere cheese. Put that on top. You can use provolone, you can use Swiss, you can use mozzarella. And I also like it to melt over the sides just a little bit. Just like that. And we're going to put that under the broiler until that cheese is melted and bubbly.
Are these hot?
No.
Give it with us.